So to start this presentation off, Victoria, Shrishti, and I would like to introduce our topic of personal branding, essentially building the best EU. So to get right to it, let's dive into our agenda for our proposal. Firstly, we're going to touch base on why our topic is of importance, especially within the 21st century. Second, we want to dive a little bit deeper into the contents of our project, further touching upon the importance of digital representation in relation to jobs, education, personal life, and then we're going to touch a bit upon online security, which goes hand in hand with digital representation. Thirdly, we're going to talk about the medium we chose and why it's best suited for our target market. And lastly, we're going to summarize our project outline and how we're going to organize our information. Now to explain the importance of our topic and why we chose personal e-branding to present to high school students. As we know, the 21st century has experienced quite the exponential growth of social media, online collaboration, interactivity. Web 2.0 provides us with such rich opportunities of real-time connectedness and the ability to build an online brand for ourselves and consistently connect and engage with whomever, wherever. It's so important for our success to be able to use this to our advantage, which leads us into our next couple of slides in which Victoria is going to touch base on the contents of digital representation, the basis for our project.
First, we're going to be talking about the importance of the digital representation of yourself, or as we like to call it, the EU. Although online platforms such as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr are all fun and games, it translates to who you are in real life. The images you post on Instagram, the Facebook posts you're tagged in, the tweets you repost to your page, this all speaks for you, your social identity, and how someone surfing the web defines you. Your online social identity is extremely important because it becomes influential during job searching, applying to certain schools and extracurricular activities, and even personal life. What you put online really does affect major aspects of your life. If you don't believe it, here are the facts. If you aren't worried about job search, 70% of employers admit that they use social media to screen potential candidates, and 43% of employers admit that they search current employees' social media pages. They do this to really see the personality behind the resume. In terms of applying to post-undergrad, think about these numbers. 56% of law administrators admit to looking at applicants' social media accounts. In fact, 91% say it is fair game and not an invasion of privacy. Even at Harvard, one of the most respected schools in the world, administrators admitted they have declined 11% of well-qualified applicants due to inappropriate social media posts. Lastly, your personal life can be affected too. Recently, dating apps such as Bumble, Tinder, and eHarmony have become popular. 88% of people admit to searching their dates on social media, and 63% admit to looking all the way back to their very first posts.
Sensitive information has a potential to reach into the wrong hands. Therefore, it is vital to protect your personal brand. According to a report from Javelin Strategies, 16.7 Americans fell victim to the identity fraud schemes in 2017, out of which thieves generated $16.8 billion. Now the question arises of cybersecurity. How do we protect our personal brand from identity theft? For the purpose of our research, we will stick to the following 5. The first one is by creating and securing passwords. We can do this by using unique passwords that differ among all our accounts. Applications such as password managers can be used to keep track. Secondly, we can use two-factor authentication. It aids to protect accounts from bad actors. Thirdly, enabling a VPN. Virtual private networks help mask IP addresses and locations. And lastly, we can do this by avoiding to share or storing our personal data over social media and keeping in constant check of our financial statements and credit history. For the purpose of our project, we decided to stick to Google Slides as our main medium of sharing our PowerPoint with high school students. We chose this because it gives us the ability to speak to the points and utilize images while also not losing the interest of our target audience. It is also a digitally secure medium as we can choose who we want to give access to. It also allows for easy publishing as well as sharing to all students across the globe. In reference to our project outline, for our final project, we will be taking into account the importance of the topic and why you should care about it in the 21st century. Then we will be transitioning into the digital representation of your personal brand and how it impacts your job, education, and personal life. Lastly, we will be tying it in with online security, as it is good to keep in mind when building your own personal brand. Thank you for watching our presentation. Please feel free to leave us any feedback in the comments below.